he came upon a Rishi's ashram while visiting, and the Muni told him, this is just next to Chitrakoot, कि आप जाकर एक बार वो टीला देख कर आइए. एक टीला था वहाँ पर. उन्होंने बोला वहाँ जाकर आप देख कर आइए. When Prabhu Ramchandra ji went to that tila, he found that it was a huge mound and it was absolutely red in color. And there were people sitting around it crying. I have been to that place. When you go to that tila, even today, thousands of years thereafter, that is the only place there where the mud is blood red. Everywhere else it is the normal clay that is there for farmers. But that particular thing is blood red. And when Prabhu Ramchandra ji asked the people there कि आप लोग क्यों रो रहे हो, they said because इससे आगे सारा दंडकारण्य है और दंडकारण्य में इतने राक्षस हैं कि वो किसी भले आदमी को जीने नहीं देते और जिन भले आदमियों को उन्होंने ऋषियों को, मुनियों को, तपस्वियों को, पंडितों को मारा है उनकी हड्डियों का ये टीला है. तो हम यहाँ we are waiting here to see as to who can come up, because we have been told कि एक महापुरुष आएंगे और वो आपको इनसे मुक्ति दिलवाएंगे. तो प्रभु रामचंद्र जी क्या आप वही हो? इस पर प्रभु रामचंद्र जी ने वहां पर प्रण लिया था कि मैं जब तक दंडकारण्य से, पूरे दंडकारण्य से राक्षसों को नहीं भगा दूंगा तब तक मैं चैन की सांस नहीं लूंगा. फॉर दैट रीजन दे डिसाइडेड कि हमें दंडकारण्य में चल के जाना है. दंडकारण्य से के दंडकारण्य होने की कहानी पहले. व्हाई वाज इट कॉल्ड दंडकारण्य? नाउ इट वाज कॉल्ड दंडकारण्य because one of the ancestors of Prabhu Sri Ram was called Dandak. Now he was a king of that particular area and the entire area was a very flourishing area which came under his kingdom. His guru was Brahaspati and Brahaspati had an ashram in the middle of what is now Dandakaranya. Now Guru Brahaspati had a very beautiful daughter and one time with his disciples he was to go somewhere. So he told his daughter to stay in the ashram. She begged of him and said, Pitashri, how can I stay alone here? There is no one around. To which Brahaspati told him that Dandak is the king of this kingdom and he is my disciple. As long as he is the king, you will come to no harm. And went away. But however, he told her that whenever you think of me, I will come back. In the blinking of an eyelid, I will be back to protect you. Now, Dandak happened to be hunting in that area. He came upon the ashram and saw the Guru's daughter. On seeing her, he got totally smitten and enamored. And he proposed that she, succumb to him or be with him. To which the girl naturally protested and she said, मुझे तो आपके संरक्षण में छोड़ा गया है. आप मेरे लिए ऐसी बात कैसे कर सकते हैं? The king did not agree and driven with lust, he imposed himself upon her. The girl was crying and cried out for her father. Brahaspati heard the cry, came and was wild with anger on seeing what has happened to his daughter. And she asked, किसने किया? Instead of नाम ले. She said, Raja Dandak. At which Brahaspati cursed him and said, Dandak, जिस राज्य पर तुझे इतना अभिमान है कि जिसके कारण तूने सिविलाइजेशन, सोच विचार सब छोड़ दिया, आज से वो एक अरण्य में बदल जाएगा. यहाँ पर कोई न तो कोई हरियाली उगेगी, ना यहाँ कोई इंसान अच्छा इंसान रहेगा. यहाँ पर केवल राक्षस, ogres, demons will stay in this and this will be one of the worst places in the world to go to. Immediately with that curse coming in, that entire area became absolutely barren. So it is the Aranya which was in Dandak's kingdom, therefore called Dandakaranya. Now subsequently Dandak begged of his guru, apologized, accepted any punishment that was given to him and as a ushap, क्योंकि हर शाप को वापस नहीं लिया जा सकता लेकिन शाप का उशाप दिया जा सकता है. मतलब if certain conditions are met then that curse will be lifted. So he said, अब से कई पीढ़ियों बाद तेरा एक वंशज होगा राम, वो विष्णु का अंश अवतार होगा. जब वो इस जंगल में से निकलेगा वो इन सब का नाश करेगा और जंगल को दोबारा हरा भरा बनाएगा. तो because of this reason it was necessary for Ram to enter that jungle, walk through it and meet all the Rishi Munis there, give them, some were living there, some ashrams were there and give them the assurance that he will protect them from the demons. So with the specific purpose, जब उन्होंने देखा वो एक, मैंने बताया ना, एक पहाड़ी सी बनी हुई थी जो केवल लाल रंग का टिब्बा था जिसमें हड्डियां और मांस था उन लोगों का जिनको राक्षसों ने मारा, तो वहां उन्होंने जो प्रतिज्ञा की थी उस प्रतिज्ञा की पूर्ति के लिए वो दंडकारण्य में गए. Now this is the story of Dandakaranya and why he moved out of Chitrakoot. Because the first question that came to us was, if they have lived there for 12 years, They could have lived there for another 2 years and they could have completed their Vanvas and gone back to Ayodhya. Why did they decide to move ahead? So this was the mission that Prabhu Ramchandra had to complete. This was his responsibility. This was a prana taken by him. So he had to move out. He moved into the Dandakaranya. Of course, over a period of time, he slew all the demons और ultimately जाकर दंडकारण्य के आखिर में नासिक में वो सेटल हो गए. नासिक के पास था जनस्थान. जनस्थान वो जगह थी जो रावण के राज्य की उत्तरी सीमा थी. रावण का तो कहते हैं तीनों लोकों पे राज था. तो उसके बारे में मैं बाद में श्रीलंका के एपिसोड में आई विल टॉक अबाउट दिस. बट दिस वाज जनस्थान वाज द लास्ट आउटपोस्ट ऑफ रावण's empire. So they decided, they went and settled down right next to it. But before they entered the jungle, Sita Maiya was kidnapped. आप सोचेंगे ये कैसे? वो तो नासिक में रावण had kidnapped her, taken her away. But no, this actually happened on the border of Dandakaranya itself, the moment they entered the jungle. The place where they entered the jungle is a place called Ambarish Ashram. Now that Ambarish Ashram is, Ambarish again was one of the ancestors of Prabhu Shri Ram. एंड उन्होंने वहाँ पे तप किया था, तो उनकी वो अम्बरीश तपोस्थली इट इज कॉल्ड. सो दिस तपोस्थली इज वेयर दे प्रेड बिफोर दे एंटर्ड दंडकारण्य. नाउ आई वेंट लुकिंग फॉर देम. दिस इज समवेयर आउटसाइड चित्रकूट, बट व्हेन आई वेंट लुकिंग फॉर द प्लेस, nobody actually knew about it because they know it by another name called Gupta Ganga. So finally somebody told me Ambarish Ashram se nobody will be able to tell you anything. Gupta Ganga bologe to they will take you to the right place. So I decided to go there. I told them, you tell me where it is, I will walk with my friend and my driver and we'll go up and look for it. So this shopkeeper who told us about it said, आप अकेले वहाँ जा नहीं पाएंगे because वो बहुत ऊंचाई पे है और जंगल का बड़ा संकरा रास्ता चढ़ता हुआ वहाँ जाता है. Again, they went through the jungle and whatever demons and ogres came their way, they killed them. They reassured the sadhus staying there that they were now safe. And as Prabhu Ramchandra ji stepped into Dandakaranya, it became green. It became a jungle. And then they walked on and settled down at Nasik. Nasik, we know, is where Sita Maiya was kidnapped. And this is where the episode of the Kanchan Mrug actually took place, where she saw the golden deer and wanted the deer for herself, and Prabhu Ramchandra went after the deer. And when Marich, who was the Rakshas, he was Ravan's mama, who had come as the Kanchan Mrug, died, he said, "Hey Ram, hey Lakshman." And he said, "Hey Lakshman," in Ram's voice. And when he said that, Sita Maiya thought that Ram was in danger and sent Lakshman after him, which actually set up the kidnapping. This is the place where it happened. Now we traced the path of the Kanchan Mrug and we went all over the places where the Mrug had gone. Now there are some 17 temples in that area devoted to the path of the Mrug and the path of Prabhu Sri Ramchandra ji when he followed him. Now all those are listed in the book. But there is a place where Prabhu Ramchandra ji sat down and took aim at the Mrig. There is a particular place where the arrow hit the Mrig. There is a particular place where his head was cut and fell somewhere, and there was a particular place where his body fell. Now all these are places marked by separate temples in that area. We traced the whole thing.